Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am standing in the final room in my house that I have not done an extreme or kind of extreme makeover on. You guys seen me do my living room, my bedroom, my bathroom, my DIY studio, one of the closets, and now we're doing the kitchen. Being the last room in the house, it's gotta look good. I've got some really cool ideas. What room would be a room if I didn't do DIYs that I've never done before? That's what we're gonna do today. So let me show you what it looks like right now, and I'll tell you some of my ideas and inspiration for this space, and then we're gonna get started. Okay, let's go. So you can see that my kitchen is very kind of long and narrow, and it also has a breakfast nook little area. The breakfast area is actually turned into storage because I've never really loved the way that it looked. I've never really figured out what to do on this wall across from the windows. It's just this big blank white wall. Also, this table that I got from IKEA, I love the shape, but it's getting really messed up. I think the top of it's just not wearing really well. I think overall the kitchen just looks very much the same kind of flat color palette, and then I didn't make it any better by adding this rug that is literally the same colors that are in everything. And then for the countertops, I just want to kind of move around my appliances, make it more functional and more styled so that we can have the essentials out, but it all looks really nice. Okay, so you guys kind of know what I'm working with. So let's talk about inspiration. I always create a Pinterest board so that I can kind of get my thoughts around what's going on. So if I pull up my board, oh Lord, I always get so distracted on Pinterest. It's like very curated feed of things that I like, and every time I'm like, ooh, that's nice, and then it's been like an hour. No, I'm looking at my Pinterest board. So right now my kitchen is very white and silver. I've added a lot of natural elements. The natural kind of stays in the breakfast nook, and that's not what I want. There are things that we can't do anything about. I can't change the color of the cabinets. I can't change out the appliances. I can't change the floor. That all stays. So we're working with a gray floor, stainless steel appliances, and white cabinets. But I can change a few things. So my goals for the kitchen are to tie in the design that we did in the living room, kind of those natural warm tones, creating more contrast on the cabinets with some bronze elements, bringing in some of that rust color that I love, and a lot more wooden accents. Also, I have two cabinets in the kitchen that are in desperate need of some organization. So I'm gonna be showing you guys some organizational hacks on those. Are you gonna help us today? Oh, you got a pretty new haircut. Okay, so you guys know that I love to get everything out of a room and clean it completely out before I get started. So let's get started. Oh my gosh, it looks like we're moving out. One of the first things that I noticed in this kitchen that I didn't really like were all of the silver handles. It's not cute. As a renter, you can simply remove the hardware from all of the cabinets, and then when you leave, just put it back. So because I wanted to bring a lot of bronze into this space and have bronze accents, I ordered some new hardware on Amazon. Ugh. And they're so pretty. I got a pack of, I ordered a pack of 25, but there's only 10. You're joking. I just ordered another one. It'll be here tomorrow, but we can still get started. So I'm gonna take off all of the existing handles and replace them, sorry, with these. So let's do that before I hurt myself. So easy. Okay, wow, I think it's a big difference. I know it's subtle. They look so much better. There are two different cabinets in my kitchen that are in desperate need of organization. Underneath my sink and all of my spices. Are you guys ready? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. It's so bad. You know, every few months it just like gets like this. It's crazy. I don't even know what's in here. Guess the first step is to pull everything out. Okay. You're not a reusable bag. All of these are various reusable bags. And then I have all of my cleaning supplies. So what I'm thinking is to just use this as like a storage container and then fold all of my reusable bags really nicely and neatly. And then I cannot believe that they just all folded in here. What was I doing with my life? We had this clear container. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be functional for me. So, another spot in my kitchen that I really need organization for is all of my spices. And it's just all over the place. Every container's different, everything's everywhere. I can't even see what they are because I can't read them from the top. I ordered some spice containers and it came with 18 of these little jars, a little funnel, and then some labels. Okay, but wait. Look at how they spelled cinnamon. I'm kind of gonna use it anyway because I think it's funny. So much better. I kept some of them in their regular containers. So as I get more, I'll just use the rest of them. I wanted to bring in some like really rich tones. I found this runner at Target, and my friend Kristen actually has this rug from Target but in a larger area rug size. I found out that they had it in a runner. You guys, watch. Oh, Kinsley, do you love it? Wow. You guys, I freaking love this rug. It's like the best thing that Target ever made. I mean, Target makes some good stuff, but this one's so good. Do you love it? I'm gonna put a mat underneath it so it doesn't slide around. Yeah! So behind the sink, I never liked that it was so bare. At Target, they had these weathered wood pine shelves, and they're floating shelves, so you don't see any of the hardware. And I'm thinking it might be cool there. I also have all of these pretty things that we made in the last thrift flip video. So I wanted all of these to sit here in a little bowl for sponges. The shelf, I'm thinking it'll go kind of off center like this. That's not too bad. So over on this side of the kitchen, I saw on Pinterest really pretty idea with a tray with like lots of your kitchen essentials. So I found this tray at Target. So keeping my original marble utensil holder. A while ago, I actually picked up these wine bottles. They were brand new at Goodwill. These were 50 cents. I'm going to fill these with olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I like to pinch my salt and pepper. So I have these little matching marble and wood little bowls. Now it makes it look a little more complete. It's really pretty. And I am very much a coffee drinker, so my Nespresso has to be summer. So I had this slate board. You just gotta play with stuff and see what it looks like. I can put it here and then fill it with my pods. Okay, so moving on to the breakfast room. I've always had this bench underneath the windows, but I'm thinking it might look good over here. Let's try it out. So now the bench is on that side, kind of filling out the space on that wall. One of the reasons that I like it on this side is I'm thinking it'll look pretty with some pictures over the top of it, making like a focal wall as you look from the living room into the kitchen. So I have these canvases already. So my idea for these canvases is to kind of put like a piece of paper, torn edge paper, and watercolor it. Because I like the kind of like soft edge kind of look of watercolor, but I want the watercolor to not look watered down or washed out and really rich, and I really hope that that's possible. It's literally watercolor. It can tend to look a little washed out. So in order to see if that was possible, I took a few classes on Skillshare. And if you guys aren't familiar with Skillshare, it's a membership website where you can learn and take classes on just about everything creative and entrepreneurial, like interior design and photography and crafts classes that we love, like macrame and watercolor, like I took for these. A few that I've been taking recently is the modern watercolor techniques, so that I can know like what kind of paper I could use, what colors are gonna give me the richest color. And another class that I've been taking, because I do not have a green thumb at all and I so desperately want to keep my plants alive, I took one that's called the Happy House Plants. Kind of showed me the basics of like what it takes to actually care for common houseplants. A Skillshare premium membership is so affordable too, and you can take all of the classes at your own pace, create when you have the time to do it. Because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, you guys can click the link in the description of this video to get a 2-month free trial to try it out and see if you like it. So let's put my new skills to the test and see if I can watercolor these paintings into a beautiful, rich, warm piece of art. Okay? Okay, so I have all my supplies. At Blick Art Store, they had these large watercolor sheets that had this amazing raw edge, which is exactly the kind of look that I'm going for these. Really important for me to test my new skills before I commit to the large piece of paper. So here are our colors. It's pretty easy. I mean, I did straight lines. So I've practiced. I don't really have a big plan for this. I've just been looking at like inspiration on Pinterest to see if I can find any that I really like, put my own twist on them. I'm gonna go wherever the paintbrush tells me to put the paint. Roughly tore the edges to fit onto this canvas. I love how these came out. Just the right amount of like the really, really dark and like the watercolor look. Now we're ready to mount them on our canvases that I painted. To mount these, I'm just using some Mod Podge glue and brush the glue on the edges of the canvas. So I like that it's kind of like raised up a little bit in places because the watercolor kind of warped the paper. But I'm sure there's a way to flatten out the paper again so that you have a smooth edge if that's what you like. Let's hang them out. I think for my first attempt at using watercolors for real, I think they turned out pretty good. We got some new chairs. So I ordered these from All Modern. They were actually a great price and had good reviews. So fingers crossed. Oh, wow. I wanted to tie in some of the same colors that I had in the rug to make it all flow together. Faux leather chairs. We need to take a puppy break to tell you guys that today is Kinsley's 2nd birthday. So everybody sing Kinsley happy birthday. They didn't have bronze legs, which would have been ideal. They did have black legs, black iron legs. So, you help me? Table that I got from IKEA is just kind of getting so messed up on the surface. So I bought contact paper that we're gonna recover the top part of this table with, and it's in like this natural wood color, and I just ordered it on Amazon. Ooh. So I'm gonna roll it out on top, and I'm going to cut the edges like the curve of the circle, and I got 2 so that one will cover one half of the table, the other one will cover the other side. Okay, so we're gonna peel it off in sections. And then I have a little card, sturdy with a straight edge so that you can smooth out all of the wrinkles and the bubbles as you go. So I want the contact paper to go on the edge of the table and underneath too, so it looks like a solid piece of wood on the top. So I'm gonna show you guys a trick how to get the contact paper to actually stretch around and not be folded in any weird way. And that is a hairdryer. So you're gonna heat up the contact paper and stretch it down to the bottom. Okay, so here's the table all finished with the contact paper on. And I want to show you guys what the underside of this table actually looks like when you kind of wrap the contact paper, because it's not the prettiest underneath. I think this is a great budget way to resurface a table, but I want to show you guys what it really looks like so you guys have a real clear idea of what to expect. So this is what it looks like underneath the table. You can see that it's just wrapped underneath and then stuck to the bottom, but the top looks good. Okay, so for this wall, I picked up longer versions of the same shelf that we used in the kitchen part, 2 of them to go on this wall. So we gotta hang these. So I have all of these little things to put on the shelves. A cool trick if you want canisters on display, but you just don't want them to look like clear glass, is to buy some. You can buy pasta, you could buy the spaghetti or linguine, those tall pastas. This one wasn't quite tall enough for that. So I got some rigatoni, some black beans, and then I also got some coffee grounds, because I like coffee. Okay, so now that we got the breakfast room finished and we're just gonna do a little bit of styling, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I can't seem to make this whole thing work. Something about the shelf is throwing me off, and I think what it is that I don't like that this is just blank and white. I went back to Target and got this removable wallpaper that is subway tile, because a lot of the inspiration pictures that I was finding that I absolutely loved, that I wanted to kind of turn this kitchen into, had subway tile. And if we don't like it, we'll just take it off. Okay, so let's see if this is gonna look good. Ooh, it's textured. Oh wow. You can like actually feel the tile. I wish you guys were here so I could ask your opinion. Comment down below if you like the subway tile or you don't like the subway tile. I know that it won't change what I'm about to do, and I hope you guys like it because I think I'm gonna do it. So peel and stick wallpaper is pretty simple. It's almost exactly like we just did. No, it is exactly like we just did with the contact paper. You just peel in sections and smooth it out with a squeegee or a card or something like that. So we're gonna put this up. I'm also gonna put it behind the stove to kind of tie it in. And to go around the edges, I'm just using an X-Acto knife to kind of like cut around the bottom of the cabinet. And yes, this is the proper stance that you need to do in order to put wallpaper on. You guys, it looks so much better like this. I'm so glad I went back and got that. So now I can restyle this part of the kitchen and we are all done. And making over my kitchen with me. I like how all of the color palette kind of blends together now, and it's actually somewhere where maybe I'll attempt to start cooking. Don't keep me to that. But if you guys did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up below. And if you're not already part of the DIY family that is growing so fast, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you guys. We are now over 55,000 members, so it's amazing. Thank you guys so much, and let's keep it going. So if you're not already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button below and the little notification bell so that you know exactly when I post every Sunday of every week. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys. Bye. Are you gonna mess up the new kitchen? Please don't mess up the new kitchen.